tuning in. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the monthly reading for the sign of Scorpio for the month of August. So if you have a sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Scorpio, or heavily placed planets, which I would consider 3 or more to be heavily placed, you may want to watch this. It should give you indication as to what sort of, August you may be having, right? Or if you're here watching on behalf of a Scorpio, that's completely fine too. Please feel free to hit the thumbs up button and like the video, share it out with friends, and kind of take what you need and leave the rest. So this first card that we're working with is from the I Am Everything deck, and this is your signifier for the month, kind of maybe your mantra, your focus, what you need to work with this month to be aware of. So let's see what that is. It's going to act sort of as your guide throughout the month. Let's see. And we get I Am Alive. All right, Scorpio. Now, it's card number 26, which would be an 8 numerologically. I honor my life by letting go, dancing, singing, and feeling the fullness of my joyful energy. I am my true self when I am having fun. I am alive. So it looks like Scorpio might be up for some fun in the month of August. The number 8 numerologically would indicate that of a space of balance or maintaining a balance, maybe a balance between work and fun, maybe a balance between, sort of isolation and now swinging the other direction and having a little bit of fun, a little bit more sociability, interaction, enjoyment. So August might be that month for you. Who knows? Maybe there's travel plans set up for Scorpio in August. That could be exciting. This would certainly be a good month to do that, or to do anything that sort of makes you feel a little bit more excited about life, or a little bit more tuned in, checked in, inspired, right? Go with it, embrace it, own it, have it. It's yours, Scorpio. So let's see what's going on in the tarot cards. I feel like this I Am Alive is probably the best one that I've gotten so far as just the sheer, it's for all of the signs. We're only 3 signs are left, all of the water signs. You guys are the first one to go out, and I just feel like this one just feels like it's got the most sort of go out and get them energy to it, if that makes sense. Like ownership, reckless abandon, but in a good way. So let's see what the cards have to say for you guys. So this is your center, where you're going to be centered at during the month of August. You'll go in and out of this card throughout the month, but it kind of gives me indication as to what you could be, where you're centered at, but also what you could potentially be creating for the future. So keeping that in mind, we have the Queen of Cups. I will take it. She is very much Scorpio energy. She is water upon water, right? She is our home element of water, but there's an ownership there. There's a nurturing there. There's a self-care there that maybe isn't necessarily always indicative of Scorpio, right? I think that there's an opportunity here to put ourselves first, to take care of ourselves in a way that's very nurturing, kind, and loving. That kind and loving, compassionate sort of mothering that we might be doing for ourselves or for the situations in our lives also make us feel sort of this connection to this I am alive, right? This joy that we feel. There's an ownership of our emotions that we're no longer needing to hide them, deny them, pretend that they don't exist. I also feel like with the Queen of Cups, sometimes she can be overly emotional, but I don't get that with this reading. I feel like this is an opportunity for our emotions to kind of feel in alignment to where we're at. There's certain like a joy that I feel in this I am alive card, that this Queen of Cups should I don't know, exacerbate is a wrong word, but it's like it should be able to make it bigger, right? I almost feel like the I am alive is such an intense statement. The Queen of Cups is there to sort of be to magnify it, is a good word, right? She's going to magnify those feelings through your experience this month. So expect maybe some big highs and some awesome moments of feeling very inspired, connected, joyful this month. Now, the next card is the Foundation. This tells me a bit about what was going on in the past and what led for everything to be the way that it is today, or in this, in this time period in your life. It's also this card, or the memory of this card, that can be driving things into the future or holding everything in place. So we have the Knight of Wands. Knights are about service and loyalty. Wands is the element of fire, desire, taking action, maybe making some, sort of split-second decisions or choices, being a slightly maybe impulsive, but doing so in a way that feels connected to spirit. To me, when I look at this, it feels like there was an opportunity where we maybe did make a split-second decision and took action in that moment to move ourselves to this place of feeling better. Like not necessarily giving a shit what other people think is the vibe that I get with this Knight of Wands. Being like, no, I'm out of here. I'll see you later. Really making the choice to sort of shift our perceptions, our loyalties, our service to something else, right? In a way, right? Moving ourselves towards what inspires us or excites us, what turns us on, what lights us up. And in doing so, I think that also opens the door for the Queen of Cups to show up so that we can feel more emotionally settled within our center. We can embrace who we are, what we want, what we desire. I love that the Knight of Wands is the foundation. Sometimes he lacks a little bit of staying power, but to me, he can be quite passionate, quite on fire. And when I'm looking at this I am alive statement, that's very much an on fire sort of statement, an excited, exuberant, like ready to pounce sort of energy. So I like that that's your Knight of Wands as the foundation is sort of what's driving this desire to feel connected, this joyful energy that is within us, right, this month. And it should be very obvious and available to us. So capitalize on it, Scorpio. The next card is your spirit or soul card. This is up above you. This is where your spirit or soul is at. Now, this is the Nine of Pentacles. This is what I call Miss Independent. This is about, to me, Pentacles being in the soul space is a little bit of an opposite energy, but I like that it's so grounded in our soul space. Nines are about making personal completions. I really feel like the message with this Nine of Pentacles is this is a reminder that, Scorpio, you have everything that you need. It doesn't feel to me like you are lacking this month. With the Queen of Cups in the center, the Nine of Pentacles in the spirit space, and then the Knight of Wands sort of driving everything or inspiring everything from underneath, kind of like almost like a, I'm getting a picture in my mind's eye of like a boiler, like heating the entire building or that fire that burns sort of within. It kind of, we have the Nine of Pentacles just indicates we have everything we need. We are able, we are whole, complete, independent. We are able to provide for ourselves. We're not dependent on anyone else or any other situation. We can, if we don't already have it, we can certainly create it. The Queen of Cups would also indicate that sort of emotional well-being or stability and embracing ourselves, accepting ourselves, and allowing that to sort of navigate us through this month. It should be really a beautiful month for my Scorpios. Now, the next two cards are what I call the outside influences. These are things that could be influencing us either positively or negatively. They can be like people or events or things more vague like belief systems or energies that are having an influence on us during the month of August. We need to just be aware about them. So let's see what they are. So one is the Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles would indicate patience, attention, focus, hard work. There could be opportunities for making money, but they will be more long-term in their approach towards us. We're going to have to trust our sort of psychic, emotional selves with that Queen of Pentacles in the center. There's a meticulousness or a attention to detail that comes with the Seven of Pentacles that we're going to want to explore, or that's going to help us to see maybe the bigger picture. With that Nine of Pentacles in the spirit space, it does say to me that whatever the Seven of Pentacles, how this manifests in your August, Scorpio, it will be to your benefit. You will be able to capitalize on it. You will be able to see it, recognize it, and utilize it to your own well-being, because I feel like those two, because they're both Pentacles, they feel a little bit connected to me. We're going to know how to sort of work the twist that we need, right, in this Seven of Pentacles situation to make it bear fruit for us maybe further down the line, right? But again, Pentacles is a very grounded energy. The sevens are about conscious choice to me. It also moves us towards that 8 energy that we see in the number 26 in the I am alive, right? So hopefully there might be even opportunities for money making, career building, whatever, that we can see a greater picture if we put in the work now in small doses, or however we do put in the work. If we're patient, we're forthright, there could be a nice little payoff for us down the line. So keep that in mind. The other outside influence is the 8 of Wands. So again, we have more 8 energy. Wands is that spiritual sort of desire, again, taking action. The 8 of Wands is all about movement. I feel like it's funny. I'm going to just show you this, the weird parallel that's going on. It feels like these are all spinning around Scorpio, right? We have the 9 of Pentacles connecting to the opportunities that the 7 of Pentacles may be bringing us this month. We have the Knight of Wands from the past, almost like giving energy to the 8 of Wands here, right? So this desire that's pushing us, this want for something more, this want to be connected, to be on fire, to be inspired. Yes, that is what we're projecting here in the 8 energy of this I am alive, but we're also, I think that the universe or our environment is meeting us with this 8 of Wands, which is that sort of focused, pinpointed desire. Again, 8 of Wands would also be its own sort of type of focus, which we see that reflected in the 7 of Pentacles too. It's a very nice blend of, when we're looking at this earth and fire thing that's going on, the 9 of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, if they were partnered up, the 7 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands, they're also partnered up. So to me, it looks like things are sort of where our spirit's at, the universe is, or our environment is meeting us through that 7 of Pentacles. Where our foundation is at, or where we were at one point in time, where we were inspired by those, those memories of inspiration, those leaps that we took, the action that we moved towards, the idea that we decided to, become loyal to or try and make happen in the past, has brought about the energy of, in our environment, of this 8 of Wands. So expect opportunities to make change, to produce sort of, what's the word, like that 7 of Pentacles feels like rewards, right? We can produce rewards through hard work and dedication, but we can also allow that hard work and dedication to sort of move us forward in a very quick and inspired way through that 8 of Wands. So it's not necessarily, hey, good morning, Vicky. It's not necessarily always a bad thing, right? To have focus, to have desire, to have, what's the word I'm looking for here? And I feel like wherever we place this focus, wherever we place this desire, wherever we place this sort of attention this month, it's going to be fruitful. It's going to be positive. The 7 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands are both very positive cards. So it feels to me like, although we may not see the results immediately, these energies or these influences, whether they're situational or energetic or whatever, they will move us towards the desired results that we want. When I look at that 9 of Pentacles in the spirit space, she's quite complete. She's quite, like I said, independent. She has everything she needs. We know the way to go about maybe manifesting this at a spiritual level. We have the strength of that sort of action-oriented Knight of Wands in our foundation that's sort of maybe pushing us forward. The memories, the desires, pushing us forward. So we can really harness this and feel very alive, feel very inspired by whatever it is that we're doing this month, however it is we're pursuing whatever it is that we want, that brings about maybe a fullness. And now that I'm thinking about it too, this 8 energy and this number 26 here, and I am alive, we see that 8 and the 8 of Wands, but it's kind of like these cards are sort of reciprocating in that form of the letter 8. Like when you turn an 8 on the side, it's an infinity symbol. It's like the 9 and the 7 are doing that, and then the 8 and the Knight are doing that, and then the 9 and the Knight are doing that too. And then we also have that infinity symbol going on between the 8 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. Do you see that? How they're, even though they're not necessarily complementary elemental energies, they are very much working together for Scorpio. And in the center of Scorpio's reading is that Queen of Cups, which is very much Scorpio energy, right? So as we're centered in what we know to be true emotionally for ourselves, and we're feeling it from a very nurturing, kind, loving place, and appreciating that, like it sort of feels like these fiery the wands and the pentacles that are swirling around us are really kind of not only working in our favor, but it's almost like, you know, spirit meeting material and material meeting spirit, right? And so in the spirit space, we have a material card, and in the foundation, which would be the more material place or where you would expect to see a more solid pentacle card, you have spirit. They've almost like taken up opposite sides of one another for one another to balance and kind of bring each other along. It's sort of the vibe that I'm getting from this. I know that might sound kind of weird and not make sense, but it could be a very incredible month for Scorpio to get things accomplished, get things in motion towards what it is we want. I will say this, it's not necessarily all, I mean, it does feel fun and games to me, but that Seven of Pentacles does indicate there is some work involved, right? But it will be work that you are enjoying. This is this, I am alive. Like, I feel like we will feel inspired towards whatever it is we are moving towards. So if some of you, if this isn't like work related, maybe it's a relationship or something to that effect, whatever we're working on, we're making practical, like sort of dedicated effort, and it's paying off is the feeling that I get. Now let's look to the not the outside influence, the potential outcomes. Now, when I say potential outcomes, this means that this is not set in stone. It is an outcome that is like sort of where everybody's going to end up at this time, barring that nothing major changes. But if we don't like this card as the outcome for August, we can use it as a warning to make choices and changes through free will to affect the outcome. So nothing is set in stone. But if we like this card or we're excited about this card, we can take heart in the fact that we're sort of naturally heading towards it. So let's see what this is. So this is the Seven of Cups. Not the best ending, I will say, because the Queen of Cups is so self-assured in the center there. The Seven of Cups can indicate confusion. But when I look at this, sometimes it also can indicate like maybe having one too many choices, not being very sure. But what I do feel like is going on here with this Seven of Cups is it's interesting that we have this 8 here and the 8 here, and then we have the 7 here and the 7 here. So there still is a weird balance happening between these cards, right? And so I'm not so sure that this isn't a bad, that this is necessarily a bad thing. The Seven of Cups can indicate weighing our options. It can indicate sort of looking at things from a multitude of perspectives and maybe confusing ourselves in that regard, not necessarily being able to always see things as clearly as we maybe would like, or maybe that we were seeing all the way through the month. But again, 7 to me is always that number of, like I said earlier with that 7 of Pentacles, it's that number where we make that conscious choice for ourselves to inevitably, hopefully move towards that balance with which the 8 provides. And we have 2 7s on one side and 2 8s on the other of this reading. So I think it's sort of funny that we're ending out the month in the 7 of Cups. Cups is a natural energy, like it's the water element, so it's natural to Scorpio. So that is in alignment to who you are, Scorpio. But it just sort of feels a little bit, it feels like I don't want to say you're taking a step back, but I will say this, and like I said, this position or this card is not set in stone. I want you to try and attempt to stay in that Queen of Cups all the way throughout the month and end out the month in that Queen of Cups. Like, stay in the self-assuredness that she represents. Stay in the care. Don't get into maybe the fear or the confusion or weighing too many options. Trust your gut. Trust your intuition. Trust your emotional sort of navigator or instigator. Not instigator. You're not like your emotional GPS in a way. Like, allow that to be your guide. Don't lose sight of that. Some of you could lose sight of that because of the excitement and all of the sort of spiritual energy and the wands that we have going on here. And there is some sort of like, you know, with the 9 and the 7 of Pentacles in here, there is this sort of like wanting to make it material, right? There is this desire, this, whatever we're working on is important, right? And it feels inspired, and it feels like we might be actually making progress towards it. Don't let that progress spook you, is the feeling that I get with this 7 of Cups. Like, trust it. Trust that Queen of Cups in the center. That is very much your energy and who you are. don't, like, I just want to say, don't open yourself up to too many, what's the word? Like worries, fears, possibilities, outcomes. Or don't trip up on the different paths that will get you there. Just be open to maybe all paths, but don't let that openness stop you from choosing a path. Does that make sense? Because I feel like that Seven of Cups could be, pausing and going, oh, wait, is this the right way to get there? I don't know. I'm not sure. And so we don't want to have that stop us, if that makes sense, right? Because there's so much, to me, all of the other cards feel so, in a way, based in faith in ourselves, faith in the plan, faith in, our environment or the universe kind of moving us in a very direct and right way. And then when I see that Seven of Cups, it just feels like we maybe lose sight of that because of the movement that has taken place over the month of August. We might find ourselves heading into September a little bit fearful, like, oh, did I make the right decision, or am I moving in the right direction? So be mindful of that. Like I said, the Seven of Cups is not set in stone. So you don't have to end up there. You can certainly change it, or be aware that if we open ourselves up to too many options, it can get confusing. Okay. So keep that in mind, my Scorpios. That is your August reading. I hope it makes sense. I hope you enjoy it. It should be a beautiful August. Again, it feels very connected, inspired, and it's such a beautiful statement that I am alive. It feels very excited to me. So enjoy this month, Scorpio. Please hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the reading. Share this video with other Scorpios in groups and stuff where you can. I will be back to do Pisces and then Cancer, you guys. And I look forward to seeing you guys next month. You can always join me on the channel for the daily forecast that happens for all signs every day in the morning. And have a wonderful August. All right, take care. Bye-bye.